Just one more. The statement, just one more, is the most expensive sentence that people say without realizing it. It has financial impact, emotional impact, and is even the fundamental core cause of addiction. One more item, one more snack, one more A, one more B. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you why just one more become expensive over time, and also give you a list of strategies that we can follow so that we can stop it without feeling deprived. And in the long run, we can regain financial freedom and reduce financial pressure in everyday life. Let's actually look at how this habit appears to us in everyday life. Now, most people do not struggle financially because of a big money decision, but mostly people struggle due to smaller spendings that repeat. It is a repeatable, smaller spending attitude that cause people to struggle financially. Now, anytime you go to the mall or to a shop to buy something, and at the checkout, you say, "Oh, let me add one additional item because it is just small," right? Just, "Oh, add me this because it's just small." The other thing we do every day is that, "Oh, let me upgrade this my subscription to the next one because it's just for this month, it's just small. Let me order food instead of cooking just one day, just one more. Today, let me do okay, instead of walking, I feel like I'm tired. Let me order for both just for today." Now, you realize that anytime you give the statement just for today, the silent implication is that you have already done that over and over again and you want to do one last time. But that one last time never ends. It becomes a repetitive lifestyle that you live. And so just one more happens in our life, and it's the smaller spending that usually leads to financial struggle in the long. Now, the reason why just one more becomes expensive is this. The real problem is just one more is expensive because it repeats. Tell me how many times in this year, be honest with yourself, have you said just one more? But you keep saying just one more anytime you have to do something because the last time you said just one more, today you are saying just one more. And so it becomes expensive primarily because it repeats. A decision that happens once is small, right? But a decision that becomes a habit changes your financial lifestyle. A small spending becomes a routine. So today, just one more soda drink, just one more soda for today, small spending. It becomes a routine. It becomes your daily lifestyle. And routine becomes a monthly pattern. As you do it every day as a routine, this routine becomes a monthly life pattern. And your monthly life patterns becomes your lifestyle. So you realize that you started from just one more, then it becomes a daily thing, then it becomes a monthly thing, and eventually it is now your lifestyle, right? In the long run. That is why someone can work hard, earn money, and still feel that nothing changes because you have not changed how you spend money. You have not changed how that decision of just one more is affecting you. You realize that if you're earning smaller amount, your just one more is going to be small. But if you're earning a bigger amount, your just one more is going to be bigger too. So no amount of money can satisfy you if that most expensive sentence, just one more, is not addressed. And that's what this video seeks to address. Now, the hidden cost of the statement just one more. Just one more is not only a financial problem, it also costs you your peace, right? Imagine when you don't have money and you're a family man. How do you feel? You don't have peace because your financial situation is in a mess. Not only that, it costs you your confidence. If your friends are going out, your colleagues are out there, and because of just one more, you are financially tight, you are not confident among your friends. You cannot even speak when they are talking. It also costs you your progress in life. So it feel like okay, you have no sense of progress because when these habits repeat, you start feeling like money is always tight, and you just feel like okay, I've been working the whole year, I've been working the whole month, but I cannot even account for how the money I've been making have been used. And all this because thanks to that silent financial assassin in your pocket called just one more. I call it a silent financial assassin because it assassinates your finances silently. And we all know assassins, like an assassin, does things silently. And so the financial assassin in our time is that statement, just one more. And it becomes a cycle, right? Because you spend, you feel pressured, and you try to recover, then the cycle repeats itself. It's exhausting. So the statement just one more does not only cost you financially, but just as I've mentioned, not to repeat, it costs you more than that. Emotions, emotional cost, and other costs as well that have been mentioned. You can repeat the video if you want to know. If you have watched up to this point, please remember to subscribe, give me a message. Let me know what are the triggers that cost you to spend money. We move to the last part of it, the strategies that we can use to address this silent assassin called just once more. Now, before we look at how to stop this just one more assassin, let's look at how it happens or why it even happens, right? Let's be honest with ourselves. Just one more does not happen on randomly. To be honest with you, there are some triggers. Let's look at them. The first one is when you are tired. Now, in a situation where you have food stuff in your kitchen, but because you are tired, you just feel like, oh, let me just order a takeout. Let me just order for food, just one more. Tomorrow I will cook. Because you are tired, you are making that decision of just one more. Another cause is when you feel like you need a reward for yourself. You've worked hard, you've done so many things. You're like, okay, now I've worked so much. Now I need a reward. Let me reward myself. So let me go out and just for today, party hard, just one more. So as when you need a reward. Another situation that could cause this is when you are bored. You can imagine somebody subscribing to a television program just because he's bored in the house for like 2 hours. Because he has nothing to do, he just subscribe and after that he abandons it. Just just once and he loses all that money. So these are some of the things that cause us to make that decision of just once more. Now, how can we stop this from happening to us? Now, here are 4 strategies that you can use to stop that habit of just once more. The first one, the 10 seconds pause rule. Anytime you feel like buying some or doing something that uses or costs you financially, that just one more, you need to pause for 10 seconds. Then ask yourself this question: will I still need this tomorrow? Right? If your answer to it is no, then you might reconsider. For example, you are bored and you feel like there's a TV program, but your subscription does not cover it. Then you want to upgrade just to watch that program because you are bored. Ask yourself, will I still be watching this tomorrow? If no, then you must have a rethink and probably ditch the idea of making that upgrade or that subscription. You realize that 10 seconds pause and rethink breaks the automatic cycle of making a rash decision because of just once more. Strategy number 2, right? Replace your reward. Now, what rewards do you give yourself after you feel like you've done enough and you need to reward yourself? If it is a financial reward, you can replace it with a health walk, you can call a friend, you can take a break. You realize that somebody will ask, okay, I need to eat. Yeah, we know. But whenever you deem you are rewarding yourself, it's always over expenditure. And that keep happening. Let me reward myself this week, just one more time next week. And it becomes a pattern. Now, this is the interesting thing about it. People are not buying things. You are not rewarding yourself with things that you need, but you are buying feeling. You're just like, oh, I feel like I have to do this because I've done that. You are buying feelings, and feelings aren't things that last. They are just situational. And so replace your reward. Use something like maybe a walk. Take a walk, get a song played, dance, just brace yourself and take a break. These ones, they might look simple, but it works because it satisfies the emotional need without the financial cost. Because Those rewards are emotional triggers. And so when you replace them with things like taking a walk, talking to a friend, playing a music, taking a break, and then reflecting on what you've achieved, it fulfills that emotional component of that reward that you need without actually affecting you financially. Strategy number 3, set a daily unplanned limit. um any day you wake up, you have to set a budget. It's not like a budget, right? But it's more of a guardrail. You tell us that today I'm not spending more than x m- amount of money. Now, the reason why this is helpful is that this keeps you aware, and awareness is the beginning of that control. So you're aware that, okay, today I'm not spending more than 50 bucks. And anything that goes beyond that means you are likely to fall into the assassin's hands of just one more. And so that guardrail will help you to keep yourself in control financially. The last strategy is strategy number 4, and that's my most favorite one. It works for everything, not just money. Remove the triggers. Now, the things that trigger you, you realize that sometimes discipline is not the solution. You remember, right? You know, discipline is not the solution. You've told yourself severally you are going to desist from so many things. You want to stay disciplined, but you never succeeded. Sometimes the solution is simply your environment. The environment is the solution. So remove the triggers. Practical steps that you can do include: 1, unsubscribe from promo emails. If you unsubscribe from promo emails, you'll not be tempted to make a one last online purchase because there is a discount to a product. So yeah, prices might go up, so let me buy. You probably don't need it in the first place. Secondly, remove safeguards from shopping carts. Sometimes, because you have already saved your cart on shopping cart, it's easier to just go there and you see something that you feel like you like, and then you go ahead and purchase it. Then delete apps that tempt you. You may have some apps that keep tempting you to do that one small decision. And the last one is that unfollow accounts that trigger lifestyle pressure. I'm not preaching for you to go against anybody, but I'm telling you that if there is something that is pressuring you, you know that you are not financially stable, but there are accounts you follow that they showcase things that pressure you to make decisions that keep ruining you, bringing you to square one, then you might consider reviewing that as well. So the last thing that I would say is that if this video resonates with you, right, give me a like, a share, and a subscribe. My previous videos might not have this much of energy, right, because I'm improving video after video. And so if you may consider watching this video, right, this one right here, which talks about the small leaks that create financial stress to people, right? The money leaks that, that small amount of money that you think is nothing, and now it creates financial stress. So it's just right here, right? Right here. Click on it and watch it. Now, thank you. And let's be honest. Give me a review about this video and let me see how best we can improve. And check out the comment. There's a tag comment there. I need your feedback on that. Thank you for staying to the end.